Okay. Oh, hi, I'm Sissy Sue.
And I'm Sissy Bob.
And we're the Hillbilly Prepper Gals.
All day long.
Now, folks, this is going to be a little bit serious topic, but, you know, we're going to still try to be humorous, but it is a serious topic. When is it on?
We'll see if we can get Jonathan Bob to be serious.
Right, we're going to see if we can get Jonathan Bob to be serious.
We're going to talk about prepping with disabilities.
That's right. Or not just if you have a disability, but maybe you have a child or someone in your family who does have a disability.
Exactly.
Now, Jonathan Bob is Sissy Bob's son.
He's my youngest baby.
Mm-hmm. And how old is he?
He's 22. He's over there laughing in the wings.
Hold on, Jonathan. Not yet.
Not yet.
Now, Jonathan has what kind of a disability?
Jonathan has what is called Smith-Magenis. It's a genetic disorder. He was born that way.
And he went through a lot of trials and things growing up. They said he would never walk or talk, and
oh my goodness
gracious,
both. Way more than we want.
That's right. He takes after Sissy Bob. Yep.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he's done really good, and Sissy Bob, she's been working with him because if we have to bug out,
right,
she's taught him what to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring Jonathan in here. We're going to introduce him to you so you can meet him.
Right.
And we're going to, try to give some information,
right,
advice.
Give a little information, some advice, and let people know if there are other people out there in the community that have disabled family members, children, because it's a little different than prepping and bugging out with a young child, because if something happens, I cannot pick up Jonathan and run.
That's true.
And when you see Jonathan, you'll understand.
Like, oh.
Jonathan Bob cannot be picked up, okay? So, again, we had to teach him what he needs to do. Okay?
That's right.
And sometimes we have to kind of lead him to get him to understand, but he knows in an emergency what to do, and that's the important part.
That's right. And another thing is with Jonathan, she's talked to him, about like what? The food things.
Right. He understands. Jonathan Bob knows where his food comes from. Let's put it that way. He is fully part of everything that we do here in the household, prepping wise. He understands what butchering day. He participates. It's his job to care for the chickens.
Jonathan knows the chickens come from her backyard. Now, if you were to ask my grandson where does his chicken come from, he'll say McDonald's.
Exactly.
But that's just how my daughter's been doing it. So we're getting her on board slowly but surely.
We are.
Let's go ahead.
Jonathan Bob.
Well, let's stop it and we'll bring him in.
Yes.
Come on, baby.
I know.
Okay, come sit right here. You're okay. I won't let you fall. It's right there.
And if you do, you won't fall too far.
Okay. Yeah. Mama's got you.
Okay, this is Jonathan. Jonathan, pay
Put your hands
attention.
down, baby.
So, Jonathan, how old are you?
22.
You're 22. And tell us, if you have to bug out, what are you going to grab?
My backpack and gun.
And
show him your gun, Jonathan.
What is it?
Show him your very special gun.
I shoot hogs with that.
You shoot hogs. That's right.
That's right.
Because that's how we're going to have some good dinners, right?
And
yes.
What else? Don't you have a bottle of water that you keep by your door, a big thing of water? Are you going to grab that too?
Yes.
That's right, you are. And then when we go, what are you doing?
Nothing.
He's getting ready to shoot a hog.
Hey! Then when we go, do you know which way to go? You don't know yet? You're just going to follow your mama?
Yes.
Are you going to follow me?
Yes.
Okay, what if you can't follow me? Because what if I'm on that side of the house? Remember what Mama told you?
Oh, yeah.
What do you do if you can't come out the front door?
The back door.
Exactly. And is there another way? Can
Yes.
you go out your window if you had to?
Yes.
Right, because you've got a special window, don't you?
Yes.
That's right.
And did you tell him where to stand? Where to meet?
Yes.
Like a group?
Yes.
So,
and we're not going to say that publicly.
right.
But
No, I'm just saying, but he does know. So
exactly. He does know. And we have tip-in windows in Jonathan's bedroom. It's not just for easy cleaning, it's also for easy escape. So just in case there's ever a fire or any type of emergency, right, son?
Yes.
Alright, folks, we're back. We had to go get a little lunch because Jonathan Bob was hungry.
And let me tell you, yeah, you don't mess with, yes, he started talking about he wanted some ham. I think I just broke my bucket again, Sissy.
I have to get you a new bucket.
I'm telling you.
But you know what? When we were talking to Jonathan, he really surprised me because you've taught him with the bug out bag, with the bag he's supposed to carry for an emergency, to grab the bag in the water. So when he said, he's going to grab his gun, I was kind of like, whoa.
I have to honestly
That
surprised me
something,
too.
yeah.
But, hey, it's Jonathan, and he knows that we go hog hunting, and I think he was thinking bug out food. Everything equates around dinner time to Jonathan.
Jonathan's going to be the next Texas hogger. That's what he's going to do.
Exactly.
I'm going to make sure he's got food.
He knows where the food comes from, and he'll help get it if he has to. So.
And again, the reason, folks, why we're doing the video is because we're trying to reach out to people out there in the community who have, you have somebody in your family who has a disability. Now, every situation is different.
Absolutely.
Sissy Bob, she works with Jonathan on the level that he understands. Right?
Right. Well, yeah. Obviously.
Well,
if I worked with him on a level he didn't understand, it wouldn't do much good.
No. But I'm saying you're not going to get, you won't go there. You're not going to give him a live AK-47.
No, probably not.
Okay, there you go. He's got his little gun. Actually, I like that gun. I like to have one of those wooden ones.
That is a Tennessee double barrel rubber band gun.
Oh, I might put my eye out on that one.
Yeah, that's right. Put your eye out.
But if you've got someone in your family, this is just encouragement, because this is something that a lot of people don't think about. There's a lot of people out there who do have people with disabilities.
That's very true, and it's just never talked about somehow.
And not just disabilities.
We look at it, exactly. There's different things that you have the elderly you can that are to deal with. Sometimes it's the very young that you're trying to deal with, and then there's the disabilities. And AJ Prepper actually brought up the
not having
with
support.
children.
Well, she also did one, not having the support you need during prepping.
Right.
And I think with people with disabilities, they don't get a lot of support the way it is.
Right.
And
you have to think about some different things too when you're prepping. Again, so I have to make sure, again, I said Jonathan knows where all his food and stuff comes from, but Jonathan, he would bug out, and if it wasn't already in that backpack, he would probably grab a can of Spain and run out the door.
They went camping last week.
Oh, yeah.
And she came back, and guess what Jonathan Bob, my favorite nephew, had in his bag? He had a can of chicken and dumplings by Denny Moore.
That's right.
It runs in the family, folks. I don't know.
He tried to be all slick and tell me it was an emergency and he needed to break into the can.
Was that one of my cans that he had?
No, that was his emergency. That was his emergency can that he felt he needed, apparently. He
had some other stuff in there too. I was like, he was prepared.
He had prepared, instead of packing underwear, which thank goodness I had packed another backpack for him. He had packed plenty of food for the trip, put it that way.
And you know what, and folks, one thing about Jonathan, he eats here. He goes into my mama's house, and he'll eat there. Now, we don't know why Jonathan does this, but Jonathan can have a meal, eat something right now, and right after that, want to know when.
Well, while he's eating it, he wants to know what his next meal. That's his focus and his fixation is food, and so. We know that ahead of time, and so that's one of the reasons why I always make sure, and even in hard times, I will always make sure, I don't care if it's a handful of something, it doesn't always have to be a lot for him, but he just likes to know that he's going to have a snack available.
Or something, right.
Something. And so I always make sure that I have something. If it's just a piece of beef jerky, or sometimes it's as simple as some yogurt bites or something, it's just something, and he's happy.
So if you have a child that's similar to Jonathan, and if you don't have an emergency, we don't want to call it a bug-out bag. You can also call it an emergency preparedness bag.
Right.
You may want to prepare one for them and have things in there. That way they can feel a little bit secure knowing that they do have that there for them.
That, and Jonathan will not leave the house without his paperwork and movies.
He does. He takes the movies.
He calls
everywhere.
it paperwork, and it's just some stuff he's got from school and some letters and stuff, and his movies. He's got a set full of movies that he totes everywhere with him. So he's got a slot on his bug-out bag that includes his movies and some paperwork.
So another thing is, if you've got a child, we're going to talk children or a young person who has some kids are autistic, so they have to have certain things a certain way. You may want to have that bag and have some stuff there that they would be used to, because that's going to help you out a lot during an emergency.
Right, and even if they're not special needs, and I know other people with kids probably talked about this, have something that is familiar to the child in that bag.
Exactly. So I think we covered it all on this one. We just try to make them short, give people ideas.
Yep.
And this is encouragement to people out there who,
So Jonathan wants to know when you're going to take him hog hunting on him.
Jonathan's got a long way. I'm scared of them hogs, but anyway.
You can go spotlighting.
Yeah, okay, you go spotlighting. I'll sit in the truck and watch you. But anyway, WACJP, we ain't crazy, just prepared. We want you to be too.
Catch it on this side.
There you go, other side.
Other side of what?